Today I'm going to be demonstrating my technology portfolio final for EDU333. My name is Gracie Ivanusik and I am a sophomore social work major at Cal U. Although I am not an education major, this class was able to provide me with technological understanding and help me learn a lot more as I get ready to start my career as a social worker. First off, I want to start by talking about the ISTE standards. The ISTE standards provide competencies for learning, teaching, and leading in the digital age and ensures that using technology for learning can create an overall better learning experience. So you may be wondering, the ISTE standards, what are they? The ISTE standards provide a framework for teachers inside and outside of the classroom to promote overall better learning for their students. Each project that we did in this class throughout the course of this semester correlates with one or more of these ISTE standards. So, what are these standards? Empower learners, digital citizens, knowledge constructors, innovative designers, computational thinkers, creative communicators, and global collaborators. We started off this semester by talking about digital citizenship. This falls under the ISTE standard citizen. What is digital citizenship? Digital citizenship is defined as a responsible and safe way to explore and make use of digital media and everything on the web. This correlates with the copyright law. The copyright law is a law protecting others' work in tangible or material form. This means that you must give credit for the work that you are using. Another debate that we talked about in this class was safety versus privacy. Safety versus privacy deals with government, schools, and workplaces having access to all of your media. This sometimes serves as a violation of privacy because people value their private, personal lives. There are some cases in which involvement with the law or with a school official is necessary if there is a harm or a threat. But if not, then each person should be valued and respected to have their own privacy. Next in class, we talked about digital media. What is digital media? Digital media is a broad spectrum. It serves as any form of online use. These could be digital images, videos, websites, and more. We used many different forms of digital media in the classroom with different activities and projects that we did. This project in particular, we used Adobe Spark. Adobe Spark is an online and mobile design app, mainly used for presentations. We used this in our project to create a digital simile in class. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of my media life simile. Media life is like. Most of After viewing that video, you can see that Adobe Spark can be used in many different ways for many different things. Next in class, we talked about the current trends in technology in and out of the classroom. Very popular ones nowadays are cell phones, Google Classroom, collaborative technology, gamification, blended learning, flipped classroom, STEAM learning, and robotics. With the current trends in technology, we decided to each pick a topic and do a project on that topic. The project that we were assigned is called an infographic. This correlates with the ISTE standards designer, analyst, and learner. So, what is an infographic? An infographic is a graphic visual representation of information, data, or knowledge about a certain topic. The topic that I chose for my infographic was Google Classroom and the benefits and uses for it. The tool that I used to create this infographic is called PictoChart. PictoChart is an online website that provides ways to give reports, make videos, and gives all kinds of different templates for creation. As you can see on the right-hand side of the PowerPoint is my infographic that I created. An infographic usually contains at least 5 sections. As you can see here, there are only 4, but the reference section got cut off. It is very important to have references in no matter what you do. Because of the copyright law, it is always important to give credit where credit is due. Another thing we did in class was talk about screencasts. Screencasts fit under the EDU standards designer and facilitator. A screencast is a recording of either the entire computer screen or a portion of the computer screen, and sometimes contains narration and audio. Screencasts are used frequently in remote learning, blended learning, and sometimes teachers will even send the students home with screencasts to help them with further instruction. Throughout this semester, we looked at and assessed 3 different screencasting tools that we could use. The first one that we looked at was called Loom, the second one is called Screencast-O-Matic, and the third one was called Screencastify. Each one of these screencasting tools is different in its own way. Personally, I feel like Screencast-O-Matic is the easiest to use. As you could see on the right-hand side, I included Screencast-O-Matic and Loom, where you can sign up for free accounts to screen capture. Each one of these tools is free to use, but they do have a premium version where you can upgrade. For example, I'm going to show you a screencast that I did for a demonstration using Screencast-O-Matic. This screencast was over my volunteer experience for one of my social work classes that I did at a local daycare. As you can see, it records everything on your screen. This makes it super easy to share whatever you would like with your friends, family, or students. Next up, we talked about formative assessment tools. Formative assessment allows teachers to see where their students are at and if their method of instruction is working. There are so many different formative assessment tools out there. For example, we looked at 4 specific tools. Each one of these tools is different in its own way. Edpuzzle encourages learning through interactive video lessons. Nearpod is an interacting learning program where you can embed questions and quizzes into a lesson. Pear Deck is integrated with Google Slides to help make slideshows fun and interactive. And Flipgrid is a conversation board to assess how students understand material and provides written and oral responses. You can use these formative assessment tools almost anywhere. You can use them in the workplace, in a classroom, in a college classroom, or even to assess yourself and see where you're at about a certain thing. Now I'm going to show you the formative assessment tool that I used for my project. I created a lesson on the Intro to Social Work. I'm going to show you a video of my lesson. As you can see, students can join via code. And as you slide through, it gives you questions and then quiz questions as well. Later in the semester, we moved from formative assessment tools to quiz tools. This fits the ISTE standards designer, analyst, and facilitator. Some of the quiz tools that we looked at were Kahoot, Quizalize, Socrative, Google Forms, Quizlet, Quizzes, and GoFormative. Each quiz tool is special in its own way and is designed to do many different things. Personally, my two favorites and my two most used quiz tools are Quizlet and Kahoot. Quizlet and Kahoot are both learning platforms. There are some similarities, but there also is some differences as well. Kahoot has timed questions, and Quizlet is not timed. Quizlet offers personalized learning, as well as Kahoot. Kahoot has group and individual learning options. You can create flashcards for better studying on Quizlet. Kahoot possesses a live feature, so does Quizlet. And you can do Quizlet at your own pace, whereas Kahoot is score learning based upon quickness. For my quiz project, I decided to use Quizlet. As you can see here on the left, here are the flashcards. And as you can see on the right, here is the assignment in its entirety with the options to test, learn, and use the flashcards. We also did many other fun projects throughout the course of this semester. Two of my favorites were VoiceThread and Padlet. VoiceThread was a fun activity used to answer questions and get to know each other better. We did this around week 1, and it was really fun, and I felt like I was really able to connect with my classmates. Padlet is an interactive discussion board used to share our previous media and projects that we had done. Other fun things we did in this class consisted of peer reviews, in-class projects, discussion boards, and in-person class quizzes. Overall, I believe this class has taught me many new ways to utilize technology and the tools that are available both personally and professionally. We learned how to use many different forms of technology and all the different ways to interact. This class was able to provide me with better technological knowledge as I continue on in my career.